Hi Libra, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your weekly tarot reading for the week of March 8th to the 14th, 2021. And I do want to take this moment to thank you in advance for liking this video, leaving me a comment, and subscribing to this lovely channel if you haven't already. And when subscribing, don't forget that little notification bell. Now, the message that that I received when meditating on your beautiful Libran energy, the message was passion for the win, passion for the win. And interestingly enough, the song that Spirit chose to speak upon your week was Southern Cross by Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Definitely an old song. And if you'd like to listen for yourself, it'll be at the bottom of the description box. But the lines that stood out were, think about how many times I have fallen. Spirits are using me, larger voices are calling. There's a feeling, Libra, that you are doing some reflecting this week, thinking about how many times life has pushed you down or how many times you've fallen in general, but you got back up every time, right? And with the last line about Spirit using you, larger voices calling, there's another feeling that for a lot of you, you're so spiritually connected these days. And for some, you are a messenger for Spirit to get your voice out there, to get their voice out there. All right, so let's begin by pulling a couple messages from the Starseed Oracle deck. And keep in mind, general weekly read for the sign of Libra. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and check out your other chart placements for more messages. What do we have to begin this weekly read for our lovely Libras from March 8th to the 14th? What else do we have? Okay, so we're beginning with loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, destiny, addiction, let God in. They're focusing on, or they're drawing me to the coping mechanisms part of this card. It feels like for a lot of you Libras, there's a situation in your life that isn't ideal. And without even meaning to, or maybe meaning to, there are certain coping mechanisms that you've developed over time throughout that situation, or just in life in general. And for some of you, they're not the healthiest coping mechanisms, right? And so it's a week where that's going to be highlighted in one way, shape, or form. And they're also just reminding you to, moving forward, allow yourself to loosen your grip in general when it comes to how things are meant to unravel, okay? And then you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness, face your true north. Here was another sign. I want to say it was one of the earth signs that got this as well. But anyways, so this week there's going to be another highlight on your eccentric side, on your weird side, on what makes you unique, you know, what separates you from normal people. Not that that even exists, but basically Spirit in the universe is going to remind you, if you aren't going to remind yourself, that your uniqueness, you know, what makes you different from everyone else is what makes you special, what makes you successful in the end, right? Going back to passion for the win being the overall message, you allowing your uniqueness to pair with that passion for whatever you're working towards, for whatever you are putting your resources towards, and allowing that to shine and to lead you towards nothing but success in your own unique way. Beautiful. Good start. We're going to continue by pulling 7 tarot cards. Excuse me. One for each day of the upcoming week for our lovely Librans to continue this weekly read. Thank you, Spirit. We got 4 so far, and we're going to keep shuffling. What else do we have for Libra? Thank you, Spirit. And we're pulling the last 2 right from the top. Okay. And with the star at the bottom, there's a sense that there's still some healing left to be done. All right. And there will be a highlight on that as well this week. Something to keep in mind. But again, very spiritually connected. Love it. Put that one to the side. And so we're beginning the week in the spread with the 8 of Cups. So you begin the week, my friend, leaving a habit behind or a coping mechanism, whatever it may be for you. It's like you maybe initiated this in the previous week towards the end. Either way, it's side by side with this loosen your grip card. And so it feels like this could, for some of you, be you walking away from another situation, a person potentially. But for the majority of you, it feels like you're leaving something that wasn't the healthiest behind in one way, shape, or form. And again, for a lot of you, that's a coping mechanism or just a habit of some sort. Yep, Spirit's saying making healthy choices, moving towards a healthier lifestyle for yourself, knowing that you have a lot ahead for you. We're moving on to the Eight of Swords, and my friend, we have the number 88 coming out, one card after the other. So go ahead and look up that angel number meaning. Just go ahead and Google it, 88. There is a message for you, okay? But so on Tuesday, remember I was saying there's a sense that you'll be doing some reflecting this week on all that you've overcome, all that's happened, transpired, what hasn't transpired. Tuesday is a day where you're literally looking in the mirror. I won't be surprised if you end up, or me because I have Libra in my chart, end up literally looking in the mirror, reflecting on your look, you know, what you've overcome up until this point. Do you see what I'm saying? Reflecting on also in your current situation, who and what is potentially restricting you or holding you back, making you feel a bit tied down. There's a feeling that you want to feel ultra free at this time, to do what you please, to make the changes that you know are necessary. And they're drawing me back to the Eight of Cups, where whatever you're walking away from, whatever healthy choices you make within this reflecting state of mind, remember that you're walking towards happier days. You're walking towards the sun, all right? It's all to benefit your situation for the better. But we're moving on to the Queen of Wands. And so you make your way to Wednesday and you're feeling very calm, cool, collected, but passionate. Feeling like you can accomplish anything in this state of mind because you're not allowing things to get the best of you. You're feeling powerful, but in a collected way, which is amazing. Amazing. And it feels like for a lot of you Libras, you're teaching certain other people around you, other energies, on how to do just that, on how to be successful without needing to overexude yourself or burn yourself out in the end, right? You can still be passionate and be calm, cool, and collected. And going back, it just feels like for some of you, you're very spiritually connected to the point where this passion is a direct result of what you're doing, you know, the work that you're doing, whether it's spiritually connected or not. It just feels like a lot of you are getting your voice out there and it's helping people, or it's, you know, positively impacting people in one way, shape, or form. And it's going to benefit your life in the end as well. Your work is truly important, however that pertains to you. Keep that in mind. We're moving right along to the Temperance card in reverse. So you make your way to Thursday, my friend, and you are not feeling very patient, all right? Feeling the sense of impatience, wanting things to progress quicker, certain future events or that you know are going to transpire either way because you're just so intuitive or spiritually connected, or just have that inner knowing. At the end of the day, you just want it to happen quicker, right? With the business project job that you're working on, it just, you want that to progress even quicker. You see other people doing something similar for a lot of you, and they're not as passionate or they're not as creative or as unique as you, and they seem to be progressing quicker. Everyone's on their own timeline, my friend, all right? We need to, it's a day where you're going to be reminded to have the most amount of patience you can dig for, all right? Knowing once again that everything will unravel when it's meant to, on your divine timeline. It's like for some of you, you need to realize that certain other people that are succeeding quicker are not going to make it as far as you, okay? Sometimes slower is the better way to go. It's like in multiple situations in life, you got to remember that sometimes when things happen quicker, faster, it's not necessarily something that's going to last in the end, right? Something to keep in mind. The Lovers to move right along. So you make your way to Friday, and we're going to clarify this card to find out more. What do we have for this Lovers card for lovely Libras for Friday? Bear with me. Okay. So for some of you, you are getting messages from a loved one, but for the majority of you, it's about your career. It's a very career-based reading, as you can see. But with the Nine of Pentacles, the Judgment card, and the Knight of Swords, to clarify this Lovers card, what you're being told is that on Friday, or not what you're being told, it's a day where there's a highlight on your love for what you're doing, or for your career, for your goals in general, for your independence with the Nine of Pentacles, for your financial comfort, right? Being reminded that with the Judgment card, it does have a lot to do with your connection to spirit in one way, shape, or form. Of course, some more than others, but there's also a feeling that when you're reminded, or you are wrapped up in this feeling of loving what you do, allow yourself to, in that moment, go through a little bit of healing. And by that, I mean, just try to release certain old views and habits, maybe grudges, allowing this love for what you do, this passion to take over in a positive way, right? And with the Knight of Swords, it's a day where you're remotivated. You might get a reminder from Spirit in the universe somehow to keep going, to keep charging after what you deserve in one way, shape, or form. And for those of you who haven't started charging after what you truly desire, now is the time to hop on that horse and do what you know is best for you. Being aligned with the Eight of Cups, they're saying that keep in mind all these things, habits, situations, maybe even people that you're walking away from. It's to move towards a more passionate, happy life for you, right? One where you actually enjoy your day-to-day routine, one where you actually enjoy your career, and one where you actually enjoy the people that are surrounded by you. And being side by side with your not for everybody, you're going to realize or be reminded on this Friday as well that part of the reason you're successful, part of the reason that what you're doing is going to pan out in the end, lead to financial success as well, is because you're being true to who you are, right? You're either being reminded on Friday, or you're being, you understand this for the first time, that your uniqueness is what's going to lead you to ultimate success in the end, period, all right? And at times when you feel like you don't fit in, or times when you don't shine in the same way as other people, keeping in mind that your uniqueness will pay off in the end. Moving on to the Five of Swords. And so you make your way to start the weekend on Saturday, and something's giving you a headache. Something is stressing you out. We're going to clarify. What do we have for this Five of Swords for our lovely Libras? The Empress. So there's a situation, whether it's your living situation, a relationship, a job. For some of you, it's that you do, again, love your job, but the area you work in is not ideal. Whether it's at home, whether it's an office, you name it. Whatever it may be for you, it's stressing you out, and you're ready for this Empress card. You're ready to give birth to a new situation, however that pertains to you. And being aligned with this Eight of Swords, they're saying that to keep reflecting like you were earlier in a healthy way on, earlier on in the week, I mean, on what and who's still restricting you or weighing you down, including that environment or whatever is stressing you the hell out towards the end of the week. That's all going to keep you moving towards this new beginning, all right? You got to remember, part of which is preparation that Spirit needs you to go through before you can take full advantage, make the best out of whatever fresh start you are desiring at this time. We're moving on to finish off the week in the spread with the Chariot card. And so you finish off the week, my friend, with this overall feeling, this fire lit under your ass to go after what you deserve, what you want out of life, or to continue to do so. It's a week where Spirit's pushing you towards all you deserve, pushing you towards a more exciting, more passionate, but yet peaceful life, right? Being aligned with the Queen of Wands once again, yeah, you're heading towards this peaceful, content, but passionate life once again. One where this is coming through as all the other people that you're helping, my friend. For some of you, this is coming through as the spiritual guidance and protection around you. But for the majority of you, these are the people that you're going to end up helping moving forward. These are the lives that you're going to touch in a positive way, even if that doesn't have to do with your career. All right? But moving forward, what they're saying is when you hop on that chariot to go after what you deserve, make sure that you don't forget that you still need to balance things out for yourself. Don't forget your self-care. Okay? Let's finish off this beautiful reading by pulling a message or two from the Find Your Happy deck. For our lovely Libras, thank you, Spirit. Gratitude is the life force of everything. And so they're reminding you this week, Libra, to get into that mindset where you're grateful for every little thing. And therefore, more blessings and opportunities, excuse me, more abundance will start to flow back to you as a result. Not to say you're ungrateful, but just get in that mindset where you're grateful for every little thing. Trust and believe it works. Alrighty, Libra. So on that note, I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like this video, leave me a comment, subscribe to this lovely channel if you haven't already. And I hope you have the most amazing week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.